It is imperative that you give the cosmos your undivided attention right now. The information that is going to be disclosed will shatter the very foundation that you are standing on. It has been determined that the second will has been located. In this moment, you are witnessing the manifestation of cosmic law in real time, right in front of your very eyes. This is not a drill, and it is not speculation. It has just been revealed that everything you believed you knew about the circumstance you are now in has been completely changed. When it comes to justice, the divine balances have finally tipped in your favor, and the cosmic ledger is currently being balanced at this very moment. For an excessively long period of time, this paper was kept secret, suppressed by individuals who were afraid of the power it possessed. They were aware of the implications of this disclosure even before it was made public. The existence of the second will serve as indisputable evidence that the resources that were intended for you were purposefully diverted. It is because you are finally prepared to hear this information that the universe has worked together to bring it to your attention at this moment. Underneath the layers of lies, this paper has been kept hidden by the powers of darkness. They used every trick, every manipulation, and every ingenious tactic in their arsenal to make sure that you would never find out about its existence. The cosmic machinery that rules truth and justice has altered, and what was hidden now stands gloriously exposed in the light. However, the stars have aligned, and the truth and justice have once again been revealed. The people who are responsible for this cover-up are in a state of terror. With every passing second, their meticulously crafted house of cards shakes violently back and forth. The astral plane is permeated with the energy signature of their fear, which constitutes a chaotic frequency that sensitive souls are able to feel from a great distance. There is no more time for them. The moment for you has arrived. As if it were ignited by heavenly fire, this document reveals the genuine intents of the soul that has passed away. It is impossible to deny that the energy signature of truth is present in each and every word, sentence, and line. The document you are holding is not only a piece of paper and ink. Rather, it represents the cosmic DNA, the blueprint of your legitimate inheritance. You are clearly named in the provisions included within this document. You are not recognized as an afterthought or as a secondary beneficiary. Rather, you are recognized as the principal recipient of what was always intended to flow towards you. You are the rightful successor to this energy, this abundance, and this power that other people have been eagerly attempting to acquire for themselves, and the universe acknowledges that you are the rightful heir. There is a perfect congruence between the qualifications that are specified in the document and the spiritual journey that you have done. It wasn't a coincidence that you progressed. Rather, it was preparation. You were being transformed into the vessel that is capable of receiving this bequest with each and every adversity that you went through, each and every obstacle that you conquered, and each and every moment of clarity that you won. During the time that other people were working to keep you weak, the universe was working behind the scenes to make you stronger for this very moment. The timetable that is outlined in the will is unaltered forever. There is no legal loophole, no ingenious argument, and no desperate ploy that can prevent what must now take place. Everything is already in place. In other words, the transfer has started, and the cosmic machinery has been put into motion. Everything that was taken must be brought back. The law of the universe requires it. Those individuals who altered the meaning of the original will are now prostrate before the cosmic justice system. It is now possible to see the distorted features of those individuals who have prioritized avarice over spiritual order. Their masks have slipped away. Because they used human mathematics to evaluate their risk, they failed to take into account the divine factors that are responsible for determining true justice. On paper, their plan appeared to be flawless. They developed complex illusions, and they even managed to convince themselves that they would be successful. Nevertheless, they were unable to comprehend a fundamental reality. Fate cannot be manipulated in any way. Those things that are yours carry the energetic stamp of your being. It has always been magnetized to return to you, regardless of how far it was diverted, because it resonates with your particular frequency and because it has always brought you back. Energy manipulation was one of the methods that these liars attempted to use in order to keep control. They worked relentlessly to keep your vibration at a lower level, which they accomplished by causing you worry, uncertainty, and chaos that was masterfully choreographed. They were aware that when you were reaching your full potential, when your intuition was flaming and your energy field was expanding, you would immediately know the truth. They were more concerned about your awakening than anything else. You are here for a reason. If you feel the call, answer it. Click Join to unlock exclusive content, deep insights, and a powerful community. This isn't just a membership, it's an awakening. Step into your divine purpose. Join the chosen. The methods that they used to gain an advantage over you were smart and sinister. In order to cause confusion, they used spells that were disguised as useful advice. They fabricated energetic ties that were disguised as sources of emotional support. Using the language of love, they planted the seeds of doubt in the hearts of people. Nevertheless, as time went on, their impact became less significant, and your own inner light became more powerful. They have been faced with an unstoppable power as the cosmic tide has turned against them. Throughout the entirety of your journey, you have been protected by forces that are beyond the knowledge of mortal kind. Exactly the same supernatural intelligence that is responsible for ensuring that planets stay in their orbits has been working to make sure that you stay on the path that is good for you. It was not a random occurrence. Rather, you earned this protection by demonstrating a dedication to your own personal development and spiritual evolution. In addition to being psychological exercises, the boundaries that you imposed were practical. Without realizing it, you were building an impregnable fortress around your destiny each time you rejected energy that was not beneficial to you. Every time you disregarded the pressure from the outside world and instead listened to your gut instinct, you built the cosmic framework that was supporting your final success. Your spiritual sovereignty turned to become a line of defense for you. Those intuitive flashes that you experienced, such as the sudden knowledge, the dreams that were more real than waking life, and the synchronicities that defied statistical likelihood, were not coincidences. They were direct communications from the highest realms, ensuring that you remained linked to the truth, even while you were surrounded by lies. In spite of the most difficult times, the cosmos continued to have an open line of communication with your consciousness. During your road toward healing, you performed various purposes and simultaneously. While you were healing the wounds of your ancestors, you were also preparing the way for this inheritance to bring you closer to them. Your preparation for integrating this new richness occurred concurrently with the process of integrating fragmented elements of yourself. You were bringing yourself into alignment with the frequency of what truly belongs to you, with each and every meditation, moment of self-reflection, and aware breath that you participated in. Legal procedures have been started, and they cannot be stopped at this point. In this particular circumstance, cosmic law comes before human law, but they are in perfect accord with one another. The material that has surfaced bears such a clear and obvious legitimacy that even the most corrupt systems are compelled to bow down before its authority. The apparatus of justice operates in a manner that is both sluggish and precise. Your claim is supported by data that resonates with a frequency that effectively disarms those who disagree with you. Those individuals who would normally oppose you find themselves in a peculiar position where they are compelled to work together. As they come face to face with the truth that is encoded in these documents, their resistance begins to dissolve. A few people will be perplexed as to why they abruptly alter their posture. They are just aware that they are required to do so. There is currently nothing that can stop this transfer from taking place, not threats, not legal machinations, and not desperate last-ditch efforts to keep control. It has been activated, and everything was diverted away from you is now moving gradually back toward its true destiny. The cosmic conveyor belt has been activated. When it comes to restoring divine order, the universe executes its operations with mathematical accuracy. Not only is this not wishful thinking, but it is also the application of spiritual physics. There is no monetary value associated with this windfall. Despite the fact that the material possessions are substantial, even more so than you have been led to believe, the ultimate bequest rests in the power that these resources will awaken inside you. This is not only about comfort or security. Rather, it is about expanding your capabilities, amplifying your effect, and enabling you to carry out the mission that has been encoded into your spiritual DNA from the moment you were created. Make sure to keep a close eye out for people who unexpectedly emerge with gifts of support as the news of this revelation spreads. The same people who chose to remain silent while you were going through a difficult time will now offer themselves as advocates for your cause today. They adjust their alignment not as a result of a moral epiphany, but rather as a result of placing themselves strategically. Certain individuals are quitting the ship of deception, which is about to sink, and are frantically trying to stake their claim on what they consider to be the victorious side. The extent of their commitment is directly proportional to the size of their advantage. They backed with those who were dishonest when power was in that location. Nevertheless, they are approaching you now since power has shifted. Their commitment is solely to power. They never show any loyalty to the truth. They never show any loyalty to justice, and they never show any loyalty to you. When you hire these chameleons, they will come with immaculate masks that have been developed just to appeal to your particular vulnerabilities. They have researched you, and they are aware of the specific words that connect with the areas of your body that are hurt. They have a complete understanding of which movements appear to be genuine to your pattern recognition computer systems. Because of the level of sophistication in their approach, they are hazardous beyond any proportion. Blessed by His grace? Click Super Thank You and give $50 to spread His light. Your gift plants seeds that grow His kingdom. Be the blessing. It is important to keep in mind the following cosmic truth. Individuals who remained silent while injustice was taking place were complicit in the happening of that injustice by their inaction. Both intentional harm and passive facilitation are seen to be examples of alignment against divine order by the universe, which does not differentiate between the two. In the event that they neglected to protect the truth when it cost them something, those individuals have permanently betrayed their spiritual coordinates. Their unexpected appearance now acts as a spiritual testing field for you, providing you with the opportunity to display your enhanced discernment in situations that are occurring in real time. Maintaining your energetic discernment will allow you to safely protect yourself from these opportunists. In the event that you maintain vigilance, the same intuition that drew your attention to the initial deceit will also draw your attention to these false allies. It is possible that their remarks will come off as encouraging. Nonetheless, their energy signature is characterized by distinct patterns of honesty. You should put more stock in how you yourself feel about them than in what they say to you. While you are going through this period of transformation, your improved intuition will function as your most trusted guide. For individuals who are going through big life changes, the curtain that separates dimensions begins to shrink significantly. There has never been a time when your capacity to recognize the truth has been stronger than it is right now. If you want to successfully negotiate the complicated social landscape that emerges around significant revelations of truth, you should make use of this supernatural advantage. Your ability to discern is your greatest strength. Over the next few weeks, you will need to take strategic action in conjunction with spiritual alignment. While moving with the self-assurance of someone who is supported by cosmic law, it is important to keep the practical awareness of someone who is negotiating human relationships. In addition to the collection of documentation, it is necessary to ensure that all discussions are both explicit and documented, and that boundaries are established and maintained without apology. Move with force while maintaining your precision. The need for rest and rejuvenation is not a luxury throughout this process. Rather, it is an absolute must. The process of obtaining your inheritance will need a significant amount of activity on your part. Despite the fact that they are in retreat, the opposition generates chaotic energies that have the potential to exhaust your reserves if you do not perform frequent restorative procedures. For you to be able to anchor the tremendous energies that are currently coming toward you, your physical body needs to be strong. In the same methodical manner that you would maintain your physical security systems, you should also maintain your spiritual protection. Not only is cleaning your energy in the morning and evening not excessive, but it is important. It is possible that those who are opposed to your rightful inheritance have been defeated on the material plane. Nonetheless, many of them will continue their efforts on the energy levels. Your aura must continue to be impenetrable. Your energy field must continue to be sovereign, and your spiritual boundaries continue to be strengthened on a consistent basis. Rather than marking the conclusion of your trip, this insight marks the beginning of it. You are not only rewarded with the inheritance, but you are also obligated to take responsibility for it. There is a purpose associated to the resources that are now flowing back to the person who is legally entitled to them. In addition to your increased capacity, your mission parameters have also increased. Those individuals who will exercise their power in accordance with divine principles are an investment for the universe. Always be ready to accept, always be ready to expand, and always be ready to serve at higher levels. Through the application of mathematical precision, the wheels of universal justice turn. Cosmic justice is based on principles that are as unchangeable as gravity, in contrast to human justice systems, which are susceptible to corruption. Whatever is rightfully yours must be returned to you. There is no amount of manipulation that can permanently erase this programming, because the cosmos has encoded this law into the fundamental fabric of itself. It is a violation of world law for those individuals to seek to divert your inheritance. They have accrued a debt that needs to be paid, even if it is not via your vengeance, but rather through the processes of spontaneous balance that are embedded into the working of the cosmos. As a result of their acts, an energetic deficit was generated, and the equations found in the cosmos are constantly balanced. Reconciling their accounts is taking place concurrently with the process of restoring yours. It is impossible for human beings to comprehend what constitutes justice in this domain. The global system is not interested in retribution, but rather in restoration. There is still an emphasis placed on restoring energetic assets to the circulation patterns that are rightfully theirs, rather than penalizing those who have interrupted the flow of energy. Those individuals, however, who have acted in a manner that is contrary to the divine order will be subjected to the natural consequences that come with going against the flow of global law. It is not necessary for you to feel either wrath or forgiveness toward individuals who have wronged you because of your place in this process. The correction is completely handled by the system automatically, simply standing in preparation to accept what is returned to you, maintaining the energetic alignment that makes you a fit vessel for these resources, and honoring the purpose that these assets are supposed to serve through you are the responsibilities that fall under your purview. You're not here by chance. Feel the pull, tap join, to unlock truth, purpose, and a tribe that gets it. This is more than a membership. It's your calling. This inheritance contains spiritual coding that awakens latent powers that you already possess to a certain extent. The resources that are being returned to your stewardship represent more than just material worth. They contain vibrational catalysts that have been specifically crafted for the next stage of development that you reach. The fact that these assets connect with your one-of-a-kind spiritual signature is precisely the reason why other people will never be able to fully access their potential. The authenticity of the power that you are receiving is present in a number of different dimensions at the same time. Your intuitive understanding and strategic thinking are confirmed in the mental realm, while your growth toward your best expression is accelerated in the spiritual realm. In the material realm, it offers you stability and opportunities. In the emotional realm, it provides validation and restoration. In the mental realm, it confirms your intuitive knowing and strategic reasoning. While you are integrating this heritage, you will observe that synchronicities are occurring more quickly and that your intuitive capacities are expanding. There is a coincidence between the date of this revelation and worldwide energetic shifts that are supporting significant alterations in state of awareness. This heritage is bestowed to you at a cosmic window that allows for the greatest enhancement of its transformative power. There is a connection between the work that these tools are intended to do through you and the planetary alignments, galactic energy currents, and collective awareness thresholds. You are a part of the universal repair process through your own personal restoration. It is important to note that the repercussions of this inheritance reach far beyond your own personal experience. As a result of the restoration of cosmic order in your circumstance, powerful ripple effects are created that have an impact on several generations, including those of the past, the present, and the future. Patterns of deficiency and limitation that have been passed down through generations are broken. Modern family dynamics are altered, and future generations inherit new opportunities that were not available to them in your lineage. Those who came before you and endured injustices comparable to yours are able to find reconciliation as a result of your victory. The living example of divine justice that your contemporaries see, which reinforces their trust in the order of the universe, is something that they observe. The benefits of a restored energetic inheritance are passed on to subsequent generations, protecting them from the trauma of having their inheritance stolen. It is necessary to have a particular frame of mind in order to completely receive what is returned to you. This attitude must mix entire submission with perfect certainty. At the same time that you acknowledge beyond a shadow of a doubt that these resources are yours by divine right, you must simultaneously let go of any attachment to the specific manner in which they express themselves in your experience. Develop a more comprehensive understanding of the contents of your inheritance. The assets that are visible and tangible only account for a small portion of what you are receiving at this moment. In addition to the material restoration, the hidden value is found in the connections, opportunities, insights, and spiritual upgrades that this restoration brings about. If your attention is solely directed toward the material aspects, you will fail to recognize the majority of the inheritance that is yours. Get yourself ready to receive data on all levels at the same time. You should let go of any and all emotional charge that is connected to the deception that you experienced. During the period of theft, righteous anger served its purpose by allowing you to maintain your energetic claim. However, during the restoration phase, it becomes an obstacle. Emotional neutrality is the key to increasing receptivity. It is important to have faith in the process of manifestation and refrain from trying to force or speed up the process. Divine timing is characterized by a level of precision that takes into account factors that are beyond the scope of human perception. There are times when what seems to be a delay is actually necessary preparation. This preparation can be in the form of your readiness to receive, or in the form of cosmic arrangements that guarantee complete, rather than partial restoration. Those individuals who have worked against your inheritance are now facing the possibility of their power base being destroyed. It is now necessary for them to redirect the energy that they had previously used to maintain their deception in order to manage their position as it starts to collapse. As universal forces reclaim what was temporarily diverted, resources that were misallocated to fight cosmic law are now rapidly depleting. Observe as their narratives, which were the result of careful construction, unravel at an astonishing rate. The narratives that they fabricated in order to rationalize their actions suddenly reveal glaring inconsistencies that even their most ardent supporters are unable to rationalize using arguments. There is a breakdown in alliances, the triumph of self-interest, and the collapse of effective resistance. The spiritual repercussions that they are forced to endure are not the result of your desire for vengeance. Rather, they are the result of the mathematical certainty of karmic law. Every defiance of divine order is met with a response that is proportional to that defiance. They receive back with pinpoint accuracy the energy that they had sent out into the world. On the spiritual plane, this is not a form of punishment. Rather, it is the operation of physics. After your inheritance has been restored, you will be able to access destiny pathways that were previously blocked due to resource limitations. Theoretically possible possibilities are now materializing as options that can be implemented in practice. Visions that appeared to be unattainable are now presented as goals that are attainable. You will find that the landscape of your potential significantly expands. Currently, your one-of-a-kind contribution to the progression of the group is accelerating. The mission coded into your spiritual DNA receives the fuel required for full expression. The work you came to accomplish in this lifetime shifts from potential to kinetic energy, from latent possibility to active manifestation. Connections with aligned souls intensify as your authentic energy signature broadcasts at full strength. Strategic alliances form naturally without the forced quality of partnerships created from scarcity mindset. The right people arrive as you broadcast your true signal. The The freedom to operate from inspired action rather than desperate reaction transforms your experience.